Hello everyone. So in this video I'm going to show you how we can search for words or a number of words to see if it is in a list of PDF files. So I'm just zooming in first. Now if you look at this, so I would say this is the title of the so I have a range of PDF here, and this PDF is in the folder. So it's in the folder called tutorial in my desktop. Okay, so this is where I store my PDFs, and I want to see if the word emotion appear in which PDF, and then the second, whether it appears in the word reading appear in the PDF, and whether the word environment. I think it's more important that you know how to do it, and then you can just go ahead and add more words to your list of words that you want to search. Okay, so if it is yes, I want it to mark it Y. If it's no, then it should show N like this. And the whole point of today tutorial is that we're gonna use our program, and we're gonna try to do that, purely using R. So that means we need to ask R to help us by reading all of the file. We will need to ask it to check whether these words appear in each file, and then we need to ask them to input Y, yes or no, and then we need to ask them to create a data frame like this, and ultimately we need to ask them to output the whole Excel file like this with the name results. Okay, so that means just to run the program, and we should get this as a result. We don't need to do anything else. So I personally find this is very useful. So that's why in my work. So that's why I'm trying to share with you guys. Anyway, let's dive into the work. So I'm gonna just go ahead, show you my desktop here. I'm just gonna delete the file. Okay, so we no longer have the result file in the desktop. We'll do that. I'll put it later. What the two tools you want to do is to the PDF tool, and another tool called Open XLXS. So these are the So these are the two tools that we're gonna use for today's tutorial. Okay. Now, if you have not installed them, so just go to install package, and then type them in. But if you already install like me, I don't need to do that. I'll just go ahead and say library PDF tool, and similarly library open Excel SX, right? Okay, cool. So we just go ahead and run that one. You can click run here or control enter. Right, I'm using the Mac version, so I'm going to use command enter. Right, so the next thing we want to do is to look for the directory where we store our PDF. Okay, so this is a tutorial folder on desktop. So what I want to do is just to set something like directory, and then lead to the path. So it'll be desktop and tutorial. Right, so the next thing we want to do is to get a list of all files. So do you want to get the directory? Okay. Do you want to get all files? So it's like get all the names of the file. So we're going to do PDF file, and we're going to use the list file function. So we're going to, the first parameter we're going to use is directory, which is both, and then pattern. We're going to specify the patterns of the PDF. So we're going to use // and then PDF, and then we probably don't need this one, so that would be good. And then full names is true. If you want to get full names, yeah, right. So we're gonna run that, we're gonna run these two. It show no errors, that means it's maybe good. Now you can check by run the PDF file to see what was there. So right now you see that it have read 9 PDF files in the folder, so it looks all good for me. The next thing we want to do is to create the search words. So search word strings. So we're gonna create a vector called search words, and then we're gonna use this one to link between them. So you can create as many search words as you want, okay? But in this tutorial, I'm gonna stick to 3 of them. So that would be emotion, reading, and environment. Cool. Right. The next thing is to create an empty matrix to store the results. Okay, so we're gonna say the results, an empty matrix to store the results. Right now we don't have any results yet, but we're gonna create an empty one, and then we're gonna continue adding the result to it. So what we can do is just to create results and then matrix 0 and row. For n row, we're gonna, the length of it will become the PDF length, right? PDF length. It's the length PDF file, and then the number of column and call will create is equal to the number of words we're gonna search. So that will be length and search words, right? And that should be, oh, object search word not found. Search word, let me just have a look again. Oh, did we run this? Probably we didn't run this. So we'll have to run this first, and then we're gonna do it. All right, so now it looks all good. Now the next thing would be the most important one. Okay, so this is where we're gonna loop through each file and then do some magic. So to loop through each file in the list of file in R, we're gonna use for I in. So we're gonna use the function called sec_long to loop through it. So that would be PDF file, right? So that's what we want first, and then curly bracket. For inside that, the first thing we want to do is to read, reading the text, right? So that's the first one we want to do. So we're going to use PDF text. We create a variable called PDF text, and then we're going to use PDF text. The function, this is the function to read PDF file. So that PDFs and then file. But PDF's file is a list of files, and we want to start with the first one. So that will be I. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is to convert the text into a single string. So imagine that you read all of the text in the PDF file, but it maybe not be in one single string. It may be scattered all over the place. So we want to create one single one only. Convert the text into one single string. What you can do is to say PDF text in, but we're going to use the pass, and then we say I'm going to say PDF text, and then collapse. Okay, so when you collapse, we just collapse by using the this one, which is the the next line. So we're gonna collapse all of the line together into one single string. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. All right, so the next thing we want to do is to loop through each keyword. Now, so this is basically done for one single file. Okay, now we're gonna check each keywords if each of these keywords appear in this particular file. So we can set it loop. This is the second loop. Loop through each keyword. Okay, right. So like this is the sub loop inside the big, the overarching loop outside. So we're gonna do the for. Now in this case, we're gonna use for j. Okay, we use I already, so for j insect along. So basically, it should be similar, but this one we're gonna use the such words. Okay, such words, and open curly, brackets as well. Such word. Okay. Now we're gonna use the next task to do is gonna to check if the word appear. Now we should have got the first word, which is emotion right here, and we're gonna check. So appear in the text. So to do that, we're gonna have another. We're gonna use the grapple function. Now this is the grapple function. But we want to do something with the results as well. If it is yes, we're gonna put it a y into the data frame, into the matrix. Okay, if it's no, we put n. Okay, so we kind of use if here first. Okay, because we want to do with something with the result. So grapple. Now what you want to do is to add such word right here, and the first such word, which is j. If you fail to put j here, that will be the whole such word, like 3 of them, and it won't work. So the first word here, and we check it in the PDF text. So this is the first text. Okay, now the next thing is to, if it is yes, the grapple search word and PDF, this is it. If it's to return true, what we do is to add to the result. So we're gonna add the result. So which cell in the matrix? So that will be, we're gonna use the I, which is the first row, and then J, which is the first column. So which is like the first PDF text and the first column. The first column is the word emotion. Okay, we are actually checking whether the emotion here for the first, if this is 1 and this is 1. So if it is yes, then what we're gonna do is to add a y. It's important to remember, if you do this, it won't work, because y I will treat it as a variable or something. It may be basic, but just a reminder. We want to have to put the y in the apostrophe, like this, like a quote symbol, right? So then if not, which is else, then we're gonna the same thing, I and j, but we're gonna add in the word and, put in the quote as well. And now, so that should be it. Okay, so that should be it. Loop and check if words in text. Right, so let's just run it to see if we have any error. Oh yeah, we don't have the error, so this seems to be good news. So that means that basically what we've been doing is pretty, it didn't detect any error. I'm not sure if it works or not, but it doesn't have any error just yet. The next thing we want to do is to create a data frame and then output the data frame into an Excel file. So our job is to read the Excel file in the end. Okay, to create a data frame. So we're gonna start with, you know, create names for the rows in the columns, right? Now we got a matrix, but there's no names yet. So a data frame with rows and columns, rows name and column names to be exact. So let's say row names. So when results, put in the data frame, and we're gonna, for the rows, we're gonna use the PDF files as the name, and for the column names, we're gonna use the word, the search word actually. So we're gonna say result, and then search words. Cool, right? So now we have create, you know, have added the names for the result, but now we need to create, to input the data in. So we call result df, and we're gonna add in the data frame. We're gonna use the data frame function to create a data frame here, results. Okay, so now we should have a data frame. Okay, let's run this, you know, to see if there is any error. Oh yeah, I didn't copy the whole thing. So what's that unexpected symbol? Search word data frame results. Let's just run one by one again. So row name yes, column name yes, result yes. Seems all good now. Right, so now we got the data frame with the columns names, with the rows named, and now we want to output the last step. This will be the last step to output it out there, you know, into an Excel file. So what we can do is to specify where we want to store, or where do we want to output the file. So let's set output path. So let's say I want to output it, I want to output it to the desktop. Okay, so what we do is to paste 0. Okay, so we're actually defining the name for it as well, not just the path. So let's say we want to create the names, the path plus the name of it. So let's say path 0, and then desktop. Okay, so we want to use desktop. The reason we use path is because we want to add the name of the file as well. Now let's name our file result xlsx. Now you can name this in whatever way you want. Now this line should give us, you know, a good directory in terms the path where do we want to store it, which is right on the desktop, you know, folder, and then we want to name the file as results, you know, with the xlsx at the end of it, right? So the last step is to write the data frame. Yeah, write the data frame to the Excel file above. Right, what we can do is to use the write slsx. So this is the function, and then write what? We're going to write a result data frame, which is right here, which I did that above. And then we're gonna we're gonna say the output file. Okay, output file right here, widget right here. Okay, output file and row names issue. Okay, row names true. Cool. Now so let's just run it. So let's just run the output file first. Output, and then we're gonna write it the data frame. Sorry, it's a spelling mistake here. So we're gonna write the data frame into the file. So it said warning message. So the warning message, it means we should do that, but it doesn't mean is it wrong or something. Let's try. If we do what is said, right, and it looks all good. Now let's inspect the desktop folder. Now if you open the desktop folder again, you will see the result file right here, and we should open that one to see. Okay, so it looks very nice. So we look through all of them, or we can just close it. Don't save, and then do it again. I'm not sure if this is the previous one. I think I deleted that, but let's try again. Let's try again. Right, and open that. Okay, now open that one. Okay, we still have that one. Oh, zoom it in. Right, and there we go. Now we got the whole, result right here. So we've got emotion, reading. Let me do a little bit of styling. All right, so no for the first, but the emotion appear in this text. The second one, no, but yes. This one, yes. For reading appear in all of the files at the central environment over the file. If you want to change another keywords, we just go back to the search, the search word here. If I add another word, co-experience, for example, okay, let's see how it works. Just delete that one, and now we're gonna run from the search word to the end of it, run of it. Okay, and open it, open again. Okay, right here. Let me zoom it in. And experience, the term experience also appear in all of the file. Okay. Anyway, I hope you find the tutorial somehow easy to follow and understandable. If it seems complex, it shouldn't be worried about that. It would just take some time to get used to, the way it is and figure it out. But I think this one is pretty useful, for teachers, for researchers, for staff in general, just to whether you want to check, the content of the text quickly. We don't have to do it manually. We can do it very quickly and put it in the file like this for report purpose, for example. All good. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye for now.